My name Ahmed Suleiman Kayat. I born in India. I came to England in 1963. My family came on 1953. At the moment, 75. Early memories, I was studying in high school in Maroli. First in the ninth down there, and I'll go into Maroli for high school. And then after, under 19 team to pick as well for in Gujarat. Under Jasu Patel's, my trial was in the Surat on that time, and I was picked for under 19 in from Gujarat. But that time, exam, and my father, somebody write me down, my father wasn't here, in England, and some relation, they saw me down as well. He didn't study regular in the like that as well. And my father write me later down there as well. That's the reason I didn't trial, go for the trial and I passed it, but didn't go further up. And 1963, and then after, I was the captain of Dabel Cricket Club as well. And I was the captain down there as well because I'm so good on that time as well. I'm good all-rounder, both myself and my brother as well. And I came to here in England 1963. We playing in two teams. One is on West Bromwich Cricket League, and Birmingham League as well. And then after, we are going to some good performance as well on that league. The people from GKN, they read it as well because we are working on the GKN, and they are read it our name and so. They asked to somebody else, who is these fellows? In the same department we are working, the captain was there, in the same department we are working in the GKN. And then after they do me trial as well for in the practice, GKN ground, to do some practice. And they told me that they picked me as first Asian to play in the GKN. I've got some good, performance and a good like that as well. But then after, 1967, we moved from Darlaston to Bradford. And we work in the firm, and then after, by luck, some vacancies come in on the transport. I started bus conducting in 1968 in Bradford. I play for Bradford City Transport as well. And that time, no car, nothing else. We are traveling from bus. Every Saturday morning, we traveling from Bradford to Batley. And we playing cricket, Dewsbury District League. On that time, we'll be running on the Saturday. And Sunday, after a couple of years back, Qaid-e-Azam will be started as well, and I also playing for Qaid-e-Azam as well. And first, I play with the Tanveer team as well. And then after the Tanveer, and then after I joined with Heckman White team as well. And then after I finished, some good offer by the Yunus Bhai, I don't know his name, but Yunus Bhai. And I play for as Azad in Dewsbury as well. We came from Bradford to first start on the Batley Muslims. And Batley Muslims on that time is a good team. And some cup game on the evening as well. And I was playing in the semi-final. Dhadiwala was the captain. And they playing, but actually we go in the final. And Yusufbhai Dhaliwal didn't give me the chance. Why? Because in the final we won for the cup. He didn't give me the chance in the final. Because I was living down there in Darlaston. I came on here for visiting, for a specialty came on here. That's it. And Batley Muslim, that time is very, very good. The most English man, they were watching our game as well. So good team on that time. All our Asian, or Gujarat people like that as on that time. But then after it's divided, I told you like that, some divided it to one to another team as well. There's another team, call him Crossing Muslim as well. And we go to Crossing Muslim, some myself, Ibrahim Bhamji, and some another players, to move from Batley Muslim to Crossbank. And Crossbank Muslim, then after they stopped it, then after I go for a young star, Dewsbury young star. And we are good in a young star. We got a league champion as well, and cup game as well, cup game as well. And I played till 1998. In 98, that season, the first time, in my life, I was injured. And then after, I stopped the game from last year from 1998. And from 1999, just I was a little bit injured and so. And 2000, then after that, I do some umpiring as well. Up to now. And then after just I do the umpiring course and so. And I do for umpiring course and I passed it. Dewsbury District League and Dale Council as well, I do some umpiring as well. Yeah, Batley Muslim was a top team as well, because 1 to 10, 11 batsmen as well, and some good bowlers as well. And the people liked about Muslim as well, even white people, English people, they like it as well. They come down and watch our Asian, the team like that as well. But actually what's happened, first came to India, just under the fathers like that as well, see. And because actually what's happened, the first time my teacher was in India, he was in the Birmingham. And they spent some money for all cricket like that. And they work in the post office. And they say to his foreman or manager that I do some overtime, not for mine, for the call him Bombay Cricket Club. And they all spent that money. They came from Birmingham to Darliston, my house, see my father. And he says that I take it to Lard to our game take it to Birmingham. We traveling from Darliston to Birmingham by the bus on that time. See, and we start first into Birmingham League as well. On that time in Birmingham was 7 division. I was there, Darliston, but I told you the team was going on up and up, and they need some bowler and good all-rounder. They came down to Darliston to pick me up as well. Dewsbury District League, I was playing from 1963. I live in Darliston, Staffordshire, but they come down from here to there for pick me up as well, and playing the game on Saturday and Sunday, the 2 games sometime, Mostly it's Dewsbury District League on Saturday, on that time. I told you just one team was, Netherton. Netherton, they changed the ground and go to another ground, but we didn't see the choke because every year we go down, we know. But that year, there was a change in the ground. Go another one. We go on the one cricket field, but it says not in here. They are in the school ground. And we go down from there to there. We are a bit late. Umpire little bit discussed with our captain was a Solly. And then says, all right, you don't worry. You want to go home, I'll pick him up, I'll drop you as well. And we are all out in 36. We are all out in the 36, and then after, they came on the batting. And the first 9 batsmen was out for a 0. And last man came on, and they make a 1 run. Between the before, only 2 byes gone on, but only batsman got a 1 run, and they are so happy that just like they make a century. And they all out in the 3, only 1 run and 2 byes. This is most memories as well. And another memories as well, I didn't pick me for in the Bradford City Transport. Because they didn't know how, just I talked with them as well. But most people like that, because actually was for that time, you work in the buses, they gave me some good duty in the morning and they go off and do some practice as well in the evening, the ground. But my luck that day, what happened, the one bowler was didn't come, he ring up, I didn't come to join the team as well. So emergencies didn't turn it up. And they knows city transport. And I was on the duty on that time. And they took him off as well, from the duty. And they took it as well. I took 7 wickets. And they batting was the number 7 and make about a few runs and we won the game as well. And then after every match and every time call me and give me some good duty and do some practice as well. That's the main like that as well for my look. Crossbank Muslims. I was a captain as well, also cross Muslim, and youngsters as well. From Bati Muslim from 67, just like that as well. Because I moved from Dalistan to here, and then I'm going to Bradford, right? And we got no transport at the time. We are traveling by the bus. And he came to every morning. We working in the night and go morning, and then we catch the bus and come down to Batley because all our friends live in the Batley as well, and we playing Saturday and a Sunday as well, some game on a Sunday as well. 77, I moved. And 1977, I moved to Deuce, but before, 74, 75, just like I was. And then after, our some friends, they got no chance in the Bati Muslim, and they put another team as well, the Crossbank. And they request me as well, and some friends, like that, we move from Batli Muslim to Crossbank as well. And Crossbank, we are champion, cup game, everything. And a good team. But then after some player from Crossbank, we move from here to London. And they do everything as well. But people, at that time, everybody's working. Nobody do some work and so and so. That is, they stopped closing the team. And then after I moved to Youngsters, Dewsbury. And down there as well, we see some very, very good team as well, see. And good they do like that. We at that time was the champion as well, and the cup game and everything as well for my Youngster. And even, many times, Crossbank and Batley Muslims team together, playing, match each other, we are won all the time. Because most bowlers and batsmen we got nice as well, see. And that's the reason. And most they knows we are good bowler. Any bad bowler, they got my wicket as well. Good competition as well between them, yes. But, Crossbank, so good as well on that time. But Batley Muslim was very, very good as well before, because it's all one team. But then after I told you, some divided the player and nobody chances. And some friends they say, please come down on here. That's the reason some moving like that as well. Youngstar is very strong the team as well, that time. They got a couple of bowlers and an extra myself will be gone and so strong on bowling side as well. And that's the reason, suppose about over 100 runs like that as well, example. Opposite team can't make in 100 as well, Because we got some both bowling and batting as well. And more advantage to us by our wicket keeper as well. Because the wicket keeper is so good as well. In case as any batsman playing forward, like that here, not always, but when they play forward, over the crease, Then after he's standing on the stump as well. And that's his more advantage to me as well. They took him off the stumps and they can't play for own game as well. And I got some wicket as well. That's the reason, most wicket keeper, that youngsters wicket keeper, very nice. And that's the reason I got some more wicket as well. The two brothers, Sunny was a very good wicket keeper and batsman. And his brother was a very good batsman, But he is, just passed away as well for last year. Acha, it's a very, very good bowler. And Yaqub Ali as well, he used to be captain as well. Yaqub Ali captain, and which is Iqbal Patel like that as well, he used to be captain for young star. My under coaching bowlers were, call him A.M. Mamsa. Used to be heard his name. He was in best umpire in India as well. He's a good coacher. And one is on Ismail Bapuria. Is the two my coacher as well. From India, not in here, in India. I learned and they're coaching to me as well for both bowling, fast bowling and spinning as well. And Bapuria also coaching the bowling and the batsmen as well. And I was the coach under that one as well. And I was a trial for under 19. That time, Mr. Jasu Patel as well, the coach, in Surat. But I didn't go. I picked my name as well. I didn't go because I was studying as well, in the high school. And my father, they so swearing as well. I go down because I didn't came to on here because then studying is the main on that time. See, means I didn't go, but I pick it up as well for under 19 for Gujarat. That time I studying, and I didn't go down there. Otherwise, my name was picked, and I was under 19 coming from Gujarat as well, but I didn't go. That's the and then after I studying, and I came to England on here because I hear good chances as well. But I'm working, and father was pressing as well. See, means mostly on here for the working. See, and I didn't go up. The family says you do like that as well. That's the reason we didn't go further as well. And we, all the families living together as well, see. And there was the youngsters and family says so and so, we are under control with my families as well, see. We got some chances on here, but only working, that's the reason. And we working down there as well, 8, 10, 12 hours. And came to from here, I work in the nights, 12 hours. Even on game on here, that time, the cup game, on the evening, we lose about 4 hours. And they playing the cricket. Because that time is due by the strict law, the cup game play in the evening. And the people introduced by the white people says they are all working in night, means our team go down, lose like that as well. But on good game, we are off. We came Bradford to here. The match will be start 6 o'clock. And then after, we told to foreman, we come little bit because of our game as well. And we start the work about 10 o'clock. 4 hours we losing as well for our cup game day. Otherwise, all game only start on the Saturday 2 o'clock. Work-wise, work is the first priority as well, But no much practice. Just suppose we work in a shift, like that in the morning. Then after we are in the playing, Dewsbury, the park, main road. We do some practice down there as well, just like that as well. Because not in always practice, just depend. People, how is ability off as well. First, I am playing for Shabab, the Tanveer. He came to here and he showed me as well and he requested me, just like that as well. and we play from Huddersfield, couple of grounds down there as well. And that time, Shabab, they got some nice, good player as well. We want to good, interesting, learning and everything as well. People like winning. That's the reason people go like that as well. And any team will be losing, we are nervous and so as well. But every team go winning, everybody just like that as well. And any good player and everything as well, we got any chance if some can't be dropped the catches and so, and take our name up as well. And that's the reason, we came to Shabab to Hickman White. And then after, they are, good in the game, but we are in the champion cup game as well. We won the cup, that one. And then after, we against Yunus Bhai as well, in the Azad, against him as well in the final. And Hickman White won. And that day, by my luck, I was very, very good do bowling, and I take some more wickets as well, 5-6 wickets on that day. See? And then after Yunus Bhai came on with Harun Hans, with his friend, playing together. And one is came from Sturder, from Malaysia. He also came on here as well for that team. And then after I moved from Hickman to them as well, because they are two good bowlers as well. And then after, always people like to win the game as well. And I'm so happy in everything as well. That's the reason. One another good bowler as well, call him Malaysian. Yunus Bhai's team. And I joined with them as well. And then after, we do some good as well. Yeah, Azad was in first team because a couple of from Bradford, they came from Azad as well. And myself, means Harun Hans, Yunus Bhai making some good team as well. It doesn't matter about the money-wise, just like that as well. They spend a lot of money as well. And that's the reason people like him as well. See, and they will take some good wickets, some good run. So they're happy. And they give some that time, like that as well. About 2-3 teams from Bradford, 2 from Dewsbury. One is Shaheen. You remember that Shaheen? You want to like that as well? Call him. His insurance like that.
Mohammed Javed.
Sorry?
Mohammed Javed.
Javed, yeah, that's right. Yeah, possibly he knows everything as well. Mostly you want to know about the Shaheen and Qaid Azam. He knows as well. He's a very good gentleman, that. Because there's a good, very, very good team. Because couple of from Bradford. Myself, Clarence from Malaysia is a student. He came from, Malaysian student, and he played for Azad. Mr. Harun Hans as well. And so another couple of some good player as well. That's the reason Azad is a good name in that time by on the Qaid Azam. But then after they change it, for like that. Because some more team came from Manchester, Sheffield, and so. And then after little bit do very good. They are nice people because they booked it on and say good wicket as well. Hickman White and another couple of game like that as well. Mostly they make some good ground as well, some good pitches as well. That's the reason we want to bowling and for batting as well like that as well. But in these days, as a council, they didn't much do like that as well. See. But that time, short team and some ground as well, Qaid Azam League, some good player as well in that time. Because every team, any professional or any, good player, they want to pick him up and bring life. But Qaid Azam, it's a good team, they allow about 2-3 players from outsiders. It's a good one. But usually strict league, but they not allowed to any professional. See, they don't allow to any professional as well. And there are no any restriction about couple of players from outside, from international. You bring it and they playing as well. Means make it some good game as well, because both team got some couple of 2-3 players as well from international. Yeah, my family is actually what's happened. We are two brothers as a good cricketer, but we thinking our lads was playing cricket, but they didn't interested. We want to spend some money as well. Similar myself, and the Solly is best friend of mine. He got a 3 son, but they didn't. How much because on that time, our wage was like that. But our spend the money for our children to playing cricket and so and so. But they didn't interested in the cricket. They interested in the football. At the moment, my grandchildren, so very, very good footballer. But we told him, you see, we spent some money as well for for playing cricket, but they didn't interested to playing cricket. But just now, they go for some good team, and most times they bring in some trophies and so as well. Our youngster, so very, very good footballer. Actually, what's happened? We World Cup in South Africa. I spoke with Tendulkar as well, and Sanjay Bangar is the best friend as well. He used to play on here, Huddersfield League, and we spoke with them as well. You believe me? They give me all ticket to watch the game as well for Indian. Even that time, India was in the final against Australia. India play against Pakistan. I watched that game and they gave me the 2 tickets on that time as well. Even final, they give me 2 tickets as well, Sanjay Banga. Because he came on here and as a friendship. And we go down there and ring up and tell him this, I came on here and so. But actually what's happened in the Centurion, that they do some practice. We go down there as well. But they didn't allow to come out, we'll watch as well. But they came on, his coach. And we been there, and I called him, and he came down on here and talking outside. And he said, you come down so and so hotel, we give some 2 tickets. And then after they give me the 2 tickets, even final as well, 2 tickets give me as well. The friendship completely, and even with Tendulkar, I spoke with Tendulkar as well. I told him like that. I said, look, I came from the Dewsbury. Solly Adam, I took Solly's name. Solly's best friend as well, Tendulkar, because Tendulkar came on a plane for Yorkshire. We meet them many times. He live in the Dewsbury, in one flat, one house. See, I told him this, I want to, he talked with, very nice, nice talk as well. But some players, Proudy as well, didn't talk and so. But Tendulkar, and then after one time I talked to Tendulkar too. I said send him to Sanjay Bangar as well. And I spoke with the Sanjay as well. Many players, with the talk like that. Because many are in the plane, came down on here, So we meet them as well, sometime, they game, plane, we go and watch them as well. Means as a friendship, just like that. Yeah, we are playing in the Bradford League. Because actually what's happened, we playing, but somebody complained it as well. One time we playing, Ravi Thakkar and fast bowler, and he was a Ranji Trophy player from Bombay. About 3 wicket keeper, about 3-4 players with our best friend. They came on here and they playing together as well. Here and in the Wakefield. Where about, some Wakefield 2 ground, some big store and behind him as well. We played down there as well, in Bradford as well. But somebody complained it. And then after, we won. And then after somebody complained it, then after they took him off as well. And we playing together as well, many times. And many times we are do some practice together as well, in the free time. in the Harrogate, but that time, finish early, and we want to see Tandu, we with the Solly. We going together, but match will be finished early, and then after Tendulkar will be going to do for some shopping as well, that day. And on here, we used to be. So even Gavaskar, they came on, we took anything as well, with the Solly. This Gavaskar give me some VIP ticket as well. Even we go down to Manchester or any ground, and we got some pass as well for a car. We go straight through to inside. But everybody just looking like that, and deer and so. Where's coming from? It's a good game as well, tea and everything just free for a VIP ticket. Many games we are watching like that as well on here, on the test match and counties as well. See. Yeah, from 1963, I told him just first, in the West Bromwich League, Birmingham League, 2 in Midland tour. Then after we move from, and we come down as well for in some on a good game on here for a Batley Muslim. We came down. Some friend got a car. They came down on here. They picked me up as well. They picked me up on the Friday night. The Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday dropped me back as well because on Monday going to work. See. But I moved from 67 to Midland to here in Bradford. And then after just I moved from Bradford to Dewsbury because my work-wise, that time no car, every traveling for bus and so both time. See, this time wasting. That's reason for save some time. That's reason I moved from Bradford with family, with the families, big house, with the families to Dewsbury. That's the thing, because our work was in the Dewsbury, just like that as well. And then after, I'm working, I start my business, see. But I'm working at a garage and so. I left the garage as well, especially for cricket. Because working in a big garage, petrol station, MOT, so. But lads, I take him off and lads will look over on the Saturday afternoon, and I do some morning as well for a Sunday, and another lad we go and pick him like that as well. But even by garage was in the Sheffield. I was traveling about 25-30 miles, to especially for cricket. Honestly, you believe me,
yeah.
I was I asked you sorry as best up to now, under Asian, to best the number one as well. My name is the best in the number one over Asian. Even one time we were playing on cup game. Solly was the captain, I was in the cup game, and my shoes, some nail came on through as well. And I was the bowling in most important game as well. And the nail came through on my feet. All blood came on as well, I told the Solly, I says, what to do? Rest? I said, no, should we won the game? My all one boot, blood. Never mind the blood. And I do some bowling as well. And we won that game as well. I got some chances as well for on Midland, for Warwickshire. But I didn't go. Because actually was some father little bit against as well. You go down there and then after the traveling by the buses as well, and they give some time and so, but I didn't go, didn't try like that as well. Because all the time, 6-7 days of working, that's the reason. And we can't go against our family. See. So means we playing on Saturdays, that the game, that's the enough, Yeah, this last match is we play against Batley Muslim. Crossbank and Batley Muslim and Sons Lane. And that day, we are making a lot of run. Our batting first, we are making some lot of run. and we take some short run, and my side kick up started. Because we had taken some short run as well, and we make some lot of run. And I was batting with another batsman, and we take a more short run as because they moved to some more outsider, like that. Means I said, look, they are, or we can't go to the boundary like that. But suppose any ball like that, we put a boundary there. But otherwise, we take like in a short run as well. And that first time in my life, I wasn't starting on the side kicker. I didn't run anything else. Then after one, our fielder says, I do some your treatment as well. But then after few overs, I do standing on the, because I stopped down there as well, I can't bowling. It's the most important game as well on that one, against Batley Muslim. I stopped first, when the game second started, I wasn't standing, but then after, I said, so can't we go in the weekend? We need some weekend, it should be won the game. And they do some, one player do some little trade ban and so. And then afterwards, I do that Davis bowling as well. And we won that game. That's the main thing. First in my life, I was injured, the last, in 1998. And this is my last year, 98. But the day before, my garage was in the Sheffield. I was, traveling. I go early in the morning to Grand Open, and I leave before 1 o'clock, because match will start 2 o'clock. I want to be before on here as well. But still garage, also working, but cricket is the first. Because all friends and so, because every Saturday and Sunday, we got some friends to go out by outside weather, and especially for health-wise. Because most people who didn't do anything else, but they got some sciatica, injured, and sugar and so problem coming on, see. That's the reason of people. That's the reason I was going out, playing little bit running, bowling, and so, because fresh air take it as well. That's the reason I'm so healthy, up to now. So hard for umpiring, honestly. Because actually Wapas do everything as well. And judging up, the ball on the LBW caught, especially of the caught behind. Even you see just now, and 28 cameras on the field, but still the umpiring, especially caught behind, umpire just missing as well. But in these days, some new coming as, that's reason. I saw him just now, the game against 2 games on India and New Zealand. They're playing like that as well. And West Indies and Pakistan playing like that as well. Because they are. So we do like that as well, but especially if the caught behind is so hard. We are looking everything. First thing to the bowlers can't go overstep as well for a no ball. Ball, where about is pitch like that as well. Now, especially the left-hander or around the wicket, we want to looking ball was in the pitch or not, inside the line or not. Very nice, because I am umpiring for our first Asian to umpiring in Dale Council. And they are honestly more satisfied as well. Most team tell them to, we need these umpires as well. Because we do. Possible, our mistake as well. We can't say the 100% is right. But we do like that as well for right decision. Because induced by district league, mostly our Asian people more argue. Honestly. Suppose they we give some elbow and hit the ball, but we can't hearing like that as well, they hit the ball, with the bat. But they argue as well, oh, I got to hit the ball. I said, look, just now you said, but sometime hit the ball and caught, says, oh, we didn't hit the ball in the back. But they'll counsel, people never argue, honestly. And some people, some honest people, we can't understand, caught behind, they put a run away. And that time, the umpires gave some marks, they 1 to 10. The team, how is going, not introduced by the district league, but Dale Council, you want to some umpires mark as well into sheet, how is team going like that as well. Well, any honestly just like that as well, we give number 10, full marks to him as well, because they are honest team as well. And then after, the team got a more point, they got some cups as well at the end of the season. And he induced by this league, no, very bad, honestly. Every time, the decision wrong, and batsman with argue with umpire as well. But you remember the Quaid-e-Azam League, they were very hard umpiring down there as well. Couple of umpires, they hit him as well, and so dangerous for the fighting. That's the reason most people didn't go for umpiring to Quaid-e-Azam. I remember. I do some umpiring as well, sometime, for in the Quaid-e-Azam. But I'm so frightened as well, because I can't say that I'm 100% right. Possible sometime I do mistake as well. And they do like that as well. I don't like to do like that. Now, similar, they are fighting on here, where induced by the district league, but definitely argue. But now, couple of years now, because they do any complaint, they completely change different, management as well. That's the reason more stick as well. Like that also. You more argue, you write it down. They on the off as well, they call him, league, and they get warning, and then after a couple of weeks, matches off will pay. So that's the reason little bit all right now at the moment of produced by district league. Otherwise, the before, terrible. But no any, fighting or so and so, but just only argue. But we don't like to argue. Possible we accept it, our mistake as well. Even we told him, you see this in the international, they are more qualified, we are to nothing. We do some course, but they are so experienced. 28 cameras in the field, and they do some, like that as well. So we do for nothing like that. Umpiring, playing is all right and happiness, but umpiring is so hard. 66, 67. All the people about, just now last, Isubhai Dadiwala just passed away. The last. Only 2 or 3 people just alive as well. Otherwise all pass away. One man is with the Isubhai Dadiwala. He's not in playing cricket, but he also do with the Isubhai Dadiwala with them as well in 1957. Abdul Haq Pandur. He's not playing cricket, but interesting. Most interesting the man as well. He didn't play cricket, but most interested the cricket as well, because they told me we are going so and so, like means Newsbury District League Secretary A.B. Kitchen.
So did he
they go down his house and they're talking with them as well. Because at that time, the people came from India or Pakistan, didn't much English as well. Yeah. And Dadiwala, he was a graduate, he knows English everything as well. And that blow little bit English as well. Many times, just we are in the fight. Solly was the captain. We playing on the Saturday in a league. In the evening, from here to West Bromwich, we go down. Wow. In the Midland, near just Birmingham, to pick him up the player as well, because opposite team was good. See? So we make it some team and go in the final. But so lucky that day, that one day what the game was in the evening. And I was not released from work. And Solly, 9 wickets on that day. Solly asked him that to spin. And that day, he took 9 wickets.